Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know, I know, this was such like a big delay. I'm sorry to, yeah, obviously this was like long overdue, but I'm here and I'm ready to tell you this F-boy situationship story. Yeah, I know, it's yeah, I don't even know what to say. Like, it's a lot. So I wanted to remember as much as I can. So I had to write this down, and obviously I had to like really like just sit there and think about like what I put myself into. Like, guys, like this is embarrassing. Like, I literally had to sit and think of my my actions of this whole situationship, of just going through this, and like literally like this guy needs to go to jail. Like, I don't know, that's just me, like that's my issue. Like, I can't believe like I let someone so like not even all that do me so dirty like this, guys. Like, it's crazy. Like, once I explain this situationship, like, can you even call that? Like, it's not even like everything was one-sided, and like it's bad. Like, hold on, guys. So anyways, how I met this dude was through my friend. Love her. I'm so glad we're still friends even after high school. Yay, love you. I'm not gonna say her name for obvious reasons, but yes, the love is very much all there. Anyways, so she like already knew him before me, so she already knew of the guy. So it's like she knew this whole situation, but she didn't know like the torment I was going through this situation. I was just telling her a few things of what was going on, but not the whole story. Obviously, if she knew what was going on, I'm pretty sure she probably would have punched me and the guy, or she probably would have just been like, girl, like, what is he doing? Yeah, I know. Anyways, how I even got involved was because I was friends, well, not anymore, for good reasons, guys. For very good reasons. This guy was a red flag as well, but he was, I think he was new to the school. So at the time, this was like 2018, I believe. And yeah, I had more stories, guys. Like, besides this guy F-boy situation, I did not learn my lesson. So, so it was like, yeah, I'll have to get to that too. But we're gonna start from the beginning, okay? From the beginning, and it's a mess. Your girl's a mess. And yeah, anyways, so like I said, so I met this guy like in class, and I remember we had to do like some culinary together, like make some cookies and whatever. And I was just like, oh, like, what should I do? Like, I just got partnered up with him, and we were just chatting, and we got along good, you know. And so I was like, we might as well be friends. I wanted to be more social, and I did. Anyways, so he wanted to be more than friends, as this, you already know where this is gonna go. So like we met and we were talking, and you know, we exchanged like numbers and Snapchat. It was like, he was a good guy, you know. Good guy. Yeah, no. At the time being, my judgment wasn't as good as it is now, but this guy had a weird name too. His name started with how do I say this without putting his name? So it was like Joyce, but remove the J and put the B. Yeah. So Joyce was not a good cookie, I'll tell you that. So anyways, so Joyce was like very persistent. He was like, oh, you should come over and let's play some board games with my family. You're gonna play like, I don't know, Scramble or whatever. And I was like, and I always like turn down the offer. I'm like, no, I'm okay. And for good reasons, guys. I'm glad I listened to my gut, because I was like, maybe I'm being too harsh. No, this was perfect. This is good for me that I declined the offer. And anyways, so he was like, oh, the reason, sorry guys, I'm getting distracted. So the reason how I met this F-boy was through Joyce, because he caused this commotion and it got me more involved with this F-boy. So anyways, I meet Joyce. Let's start from there. And so I meet Joyce, and you know, he wants me to like go over to his place and hang out, whatever, this and that. And he wants me to be his manic pixie girl, dream girl, whatever. I'm like, bro, I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl. Like, what are you? I'm like, bro, like, what is this? This don't make no sense. So anyways, so he like, eventually he's very persistent. He's like, oh, like, you're so, like, I don't even know what he says. I wish I had like screenshots of our conversation, because half of his stuff, like, I didn't even know what he was on. Like, it was like, bro, like it was a lot. Like, I remember he would be like, oh, like, shoot, what did he say? Sorry guys, my memory's kind of foggy. This was a while back. But yeah, he like was very persistent. He was like, oh, we should hang out and we should do this and that. And I was like, I'm okay. And anyways, and he like followed me out class, and I'm like trying to like literally trying to like, hey, like, I gotta go this way, like, is in your class that way? Or yeah, it was a mess. Anyways, so eventually Joyce found out that, no, I think I actually confessed to Joyce, like, hey dude, like, I don't like you like that. I think I have to be straightforward from now on. But I had to say it to his face. No, I think I said this over message or like on the phone. But anyways, I was like, I don't like you like that. And I like someone else, which was the F-boy, because he was in my class and I just found him really attractive. And I remember, I don't know how I got this crush developed, but I just saw him. I was like, oh my gosh, hard eyes. But yeah, yeah, it wasn't a good crush, I'll tell you that. And so anyways, so while that was going on, he like got so mad, guys. Yeah, he got mad. Like he got mad. Like, he was like on the phone. Like, I think he called me and he was like, I figured this was to be true. I don't know. I guess it was kind of obvious my crush was on the F-boy. And he was like, oh my gosh, like, good guys always finish last. Yeah, he was like spouting nonsense like that. And I'm like, bro, like, what do you mean? He goes outside, like, he tells me what he's doing. He's like going outside and he punches a tree. Yeah, he punches a tree out of anger. Yeah, guys, this is a nice guy. Very nice guy. Punches a tree because he got rejected. I wish I was making this up, but no, he's like, he punched the tree. I don't know if I don't know if he hurt his hand or oh my gosh. Yes, he punches a tree. This is so stupid. High school is wild. So yeah, he punches the tree and he's like angry, and I'm like at this point I'm like debating if I should like just let him like take it out on this tree or just hang up, because like I didn't even know what to do. Like, when this was going on, I was like, bro, like I don't know what to tell you. Like no, I'm not gonna be your dream girl, your pixie dream girl or whatever. So anyways, he like punches the tree and he gets mad, and then like I have to like tell my friend about it, and she like gets really worried. She's like, Destiny, I'm scared for you. And I'm like, I don't know, I guess I wasn't as scared as I should have been, because this dude could have done anything. And like I was just like, oh, whatever. Like I think I felt bad, and that's even worse. Why would I feel bad for this dude? He's like punching a tree. Like, he's taking his anger out on this poor tree. And anyways, so like, long story short, like, my friend, she's like, you need to cut him off. And so I do. Like, I remember one day I just called him up and I was like, hey, like, I can't be your friend no more for reasons why, and I hope you like find someone that's like suitable for you. and you know, like hopefully it works out for you. And I think he said like this is such the nicest way someone like how do I say it? What did he say? He said like this is the most nicest thing a person done for him, like I guess turning him down or like telling him something. I'm like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, da 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 da. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to block you now. So I did. I blocked him right after, and that was it. I was like, yeah, we're not. No more. No more of you, Joyce. I'm sorry. No more of you. I did run into him like, I think a year after high school, like a year later. And I remember he told my coworker like, "Hey, like, is Destiny still single?" And like he had to tell him like, "No, she's got a boyfriend." And he was like, "Oh, darn it!" I'm like, "Bro, like move on. This is bad. Why are you like this?" Anyways, disregard. Anyways, as I was saying, so he's like, yeah, he just like my coworker had to tell me after this. He's like, yeah, he asked about you, and I was like, oh no, like, do I need to move jobs now? Yeah, that didn't have to happen, but like, Jesus. Anyways, so I remember my friend, she's like, well, you could sit next to the F boy and like just chill with him while you know like you avoid this dude Joyce. Anyways, so I already had a crush on the F boy, so like this made it like, well, for me I was like, perfect opportunity to get to know each other more. No. This is bad. It gets worse. So anyways, we like start chatting, and you know he's already like, I'm gonna get this girl. Like he's already like the F boy, the F boy like menace energy. He's already like gonna plan. He's applauding what to do. It's bad. So bad, guys. I think I mentioned this, that he even met my parents. We weren't even together and he met my parents. This is so sad. Anyways, as I was saying, I know I keep saying anyways, it's because I'm trying to like remember as much as I can. Sorry guys. Oh, but I do want to call you munchkins, just throwing that out there. I hope y'all enjoy this, munchkins. I do want to be consistent for y'all, so I'm gonna start calling y'all my munchkins. Yay. Anyways, I need to stop saying anyways. So I had this guy friend at the time too, and he knew about my crush on the F boy, and he decides to tell him. Yes, guys, he decides to tell him about my crush on him. And it's like, bro, like, why would you do that? Why would you throw me under the bus like that? Anyways, he like tells him, and then I get a message from the F boy like, oh, like, I heard that you like me, is that true? And I'm like, I don't even know what to say. Like, I'm just looking at my phone like what do I say? So my sister, she's there, and she's like, I guess she already knew about my crush. I think I mentioned it a little bit to her. And so I show her, and she's like, this is what you do. And she's like a boss. She's already typing away like what's like, she's queen, just a queen, just typing away what to say. I mean, to the wrong guy, of course, but like queen stuff right there. Already on it. She's already on it. She just walked in right now.
You want dumplings?
Yeah, I'll get some dumplings after this. I'm not even gonna edit this out. I'm gonna keep this in, but you'll see me jump back into this. Okay, I'm back from eating those dumplings. I know, guys, this video keeps like cutting. I wish I was a better editor. But anyways, it's sorry, side note. I'm back from eating those dumplings, and as I was saying, so he like, oh yeah, my sister's like, she's on it. She gets him like, he's like, okay, well, let's see where this goes. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, yay. But then trouble awaits us, of course. So oh yeah, so I worked at Ronald McDonald's, yay, as a chef. And let's just say it was okay. It was not okay. It was horrible. They actually spread a rumor that I was pregnant, and my aunt told my mom, because my aunt was a manager at another Ronald McDonald's, and yeah, it was a mess. My dad was like, do you want me to go, like, he was like, do you want me to go and fix this problem for me, or like, and I was like, it's okay. And I remember they were telling me, like, at the time they were like, oh, we can't have like people like you working at our Ronald McDonald's. I was like, is this discrimination against pregnant people? Like, I wasn't pregnant, but geez. Of course I told him, I was like, no, like, this is just a rumor. Like, bro, like, why am I getting interrogated? Like, this is, like, I don't even know how this started. So anyways, they're like, yeah, we can't have people like you working. It wouldn't be good for our, like, I don't know, Ronald McDonald. Like, is he gonna come in and he's gonna say something to me? I don't even know. But anyways, like, besides all that like going on, so I tell him like, oh yeah, I worked at Ronald McDonald's, and he was like, oh okay, so he knows where I work at. And eventually he like, I think he like surprises me. He actually shows up at my job, and I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, hard eyes. I'm like, the rose colored tinted glasses are on, like 3D level on, and I'm so happy. And then all my coworkers, they're like, sorry guys, they're all invested too. Like, they're like, oh my gosh, Destiny, we're so happy for you. And they were cool. They were the best like coworkers I had. Like, they were really, it was fun. Like, I'm not gonna lie, yeah, it sucked because of all that, like the management, but the coworkers for the night crew, always the best. And I remember they were like, oh my gosh, go get it, girl. And I go on my break and I sit down and I'm like, I got a little cheeseburger, and I'm like nervous to eat in front of it. And he's like, oh, you can eat, like, you know, like, there's no need to be shy. I'm like, okay. And I'm like taking small bites, like, like, bro, just eat the burger, you know, at this point. And he sits there and he's like, oh, so like, I just came to like say like, I'm interested, but I want to see if you're worth my time. And like, yeah, bro's spouting nonsense, and I'm just like sitting there like eating it up, and I'm like, this is such like a red flag already. Like, that's red flag number one. Like, he's like, are you even worth my time? And this, and then like after a little chat, like he like decides to leave. He has a bike, mind you, no shade to the bike, but it was just random. Like, he just showed up like that, and he was like, okay, well, this was nice, but this is not a date, yada yada, and I'll see you around. And I'm like, okay. Of course I'm like, okay. Yeah, I should have just like stop. He said that, and just plucked myself back right in. Like, I should have just done that and just like went back to work. But no, I just sat there and was like, yeah, okay. And like, I don't even think I said that many words. I think I was just like sitting and nodding while he did the talking. Yeah, this was bad. Like, I was just like, yeah, okay, like, tell me more. And this is bad, guys. Anyways, so eventually we're still talking, we're texting, and this is another red flag, guys. He calls me at night, like after hours. Like, I don't know why at night. I don't know what the deal is. Like, what's the difference between day and night? I really don't know, but I guess he just needed to like plot some more. He was like, I guess I'll just talk to this girl already. It's like, what, 5 p.m.? So anyways, so like, I'm like, we're at night. It's already night, and he just calls me up, and he's like talking to me, getting to know each other. And I'm like, yeah, this and that. I'm just eating it up like a fool, just eating this up. And yeah, so I think, I hope I'm not getting this all like mixed up, but I do remember like him just like saying like we're still like trying to get to know each other, and I think we were just like, he'll only call me at night, and then he'll answer like really late. Of course, had to be worth his time, right? I don't even know, guys. So he was like just doing this, and then one day I get a message like, and it's like out of nowhere, like at night, and it's his grandma, and she's like, Mija, like he wanted me to tell you that he's in jail. Yeah, guys, he ended up going to jail like for a night. I don't even know what I didn't even ask, guys. I don't know why I didn't even ask. I should have asked. but I didn't. I was so worried. I was like, oh my gosh, is he okay? That is like, I'm like, what's going on? Like, is he all right? And she's like, yeah, he wanted me to tell you, Mija, like, he's okay, and he really wanted me to like come talk to you, like, don't worry, and like, bless your heart. And she was sweet. I mean, I hope that was his grandma telling me this, because like, thinking of now, like, that would be so weird. Like, it's just even more weirder if that wasn't even his grandma. But anyways, she's like, yeah, Mija, like, it's okay, like, he'll be out by tomorrow or whatever. I don't even know. So eventually he does get out. I just wish like they just locked him in, because that was like God's blessing to me, for him to be locked up forever and lose the key. But no, sadly the devil had better plans. Like, he got out. He got out. So like, I even asked. I just remember being so supportive of him. Like, oh my gosh. And so he like, the next day he's like, oh, like, he does eventually invite me out, like, on a date. Like, he wants to go out on a date, but I tell him like, I can't, like, I'm with my family, this and that. And I don't know why I just didn't tell my family, like, oh, like, hey, this guy's inviting me, like, to go out. And like, I feel like I should have just like told him, but I'm kind of like glad I didn't, because of this whole situation. It's just bad. Or like, the whole, from the beginning to the end, is just bad. Anyways, so that happens, and I remember like, he's like, oh my gosh, thank you for being so supportive, and yada yada yada. And then there's like another instance where he's like crying, I think. No, I think he calls me one night, and like, he like left the party, and like, he's like, I got kicked out from a friend's party, and like, I didn't even ask why, guys. Like, oh, I'm so oh, I keep not asking why. So his friends, I guess they got like fed up. I don't know what he was doing at this party, but he starts walking home, and he's like crying. Like, I guess they just didn't want to give him a ride home. I don't know. Maybe he just walked there. I don't know. So he like ends up like walking home crying, and like telling him like, everything's gonna be okay. Like, I'll be here supporting you. So yeah, like, and then eventually the next day at school, like, he gives me a hug. Like, it surprises me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's okay. Like, I'm over here like coddling him, like, oh, everything's all right. No. Anyways, so like, I'm just like following him around like a little puppy, guys. Like, at this point, like during our lunches, like, he would just like show me around, and like, we'll just go like to random classes, and like, we'll just be chilling there, and I'll just be like Ferb the whole time. Like, I wouldn't even say much. That's how nervous I was. Like, I wouldn't be saying nothing, guys. I was literally on Ferb mode. Like, I would say something, but then like, I just would blush and just like look away. Like, what? I don't even know. I remember one time we went into class, like another random class, and like, it's like they have YouTube on the projector or whatever, and like, everybody's just chilling, and like, I remember just sit down next to him, and I think he's just standing, and I remember this other guy, like, he's like sitting next to us, and he like looks at he like gives me a side eye. I'm like, who are you? Like, do you like him too? Like, no shade, guys. It's just like, I don't know, he just gives me a side eye. I'm like, dang, like, I just sat here. Like, I didn't mean to take your spot, or I don't even know what's going on, but it was just some random guy. He gave me a side eye. I'm like, bro, like, I'm just here, like, with my, like situationship, like, a mess of a situationship. And he's like, yeah, whatever. Anyway, so, like, guys, the music of the time. He puts on Little Pump. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Yeah, I bet you, like, I don't know whoever remembers Little Pump, but that was such a bad music era, I'll tell you that. I'm trying to think what good music was out on that time. I'll just put some albums like on the covers. I'll think. I think I got into Tyler the Creator, Where the Flower Blooms, right? Is that Flower Boy? I'm messing this up so bad. But anyways, I finally was late into that album, and I was listening to that album the whole like that whole year. It was the best. Love it. I think my favorite track would be, I don't know, like I like the intro. It's really nice. But I remember like la la. I'm, I'll get back to you on guys on what's my favorite song. I'll just put it on the screen. Anyways, yeah, a red flag. He like Gucci Gang. Gucci Gang. He like Little Pump. Another little red flag just out there. Eventually, like, I think, like, what happened? I'm trying to think. Sorry, guys. It's just so long ago. I wish I like kept the receipts and everything. But then one day, like, as like I'm getting led on by this mess of a guy, like I think he gets locked up again. I'm not even sure, guys, at this point. Like, did he get locked up? I don't know. I have to get back to it. Anyways, as like I'm following him around like as usual, I think I like hold his hand, and bro gets silent real fast. Like it gets 0 to 100. I think he did not want to hold my hand. Like in public, like we weren't even together, and I just like clasped his hands, and I'm like happy because he just like gives in. But like obviously his face was like I guess like he was just like and I was over here in Delulu and like, oh my gosh, we're holding hands. And whole time bro was like, it's a no from me. Yeah, gosh. So that happens, and then he's like, what did he say? Okay, man, I really hope I'm not like putting like this before and after. So anyways, eventually, like, gosh, guys, another red flag coming up, heading your way. So we like go to the office area, I believe the attendance area, and I think we both get lunch. But what's weird is that he doesn't even like eat his lunch. He like gives it to the lady. Like we're both there, and like I sit down and I'm waiting for him like to be done talking to her, and like she mentions, oh like, oh, how's your kid? Yeah, guys, you heard me right. How's your kid? How's your baby? How is she? He had a daughter. He had a child. I should have just like gotten up and threw my lunch at him and just walked out. But no, guys. You know what I did? I felt like the soul crushing of my heart just crushing right there in the spot. I was distraught like this, like everything's fine, but it wasn't. When I found out, I was just shocked, and I was just internally screaming and smiling like, what's going on? Is this a joke? It was not a joke, guys. As we're heading back into class and I'm sitting there just contemplating life, he doesn't even say nothing. Like me and him don't even say nothing, and he like writes a little note like, you don't mind me having a child? You know my answer is, guys? I said, no, it's okay. It was okay. I wish I could slap myself back then, but no, guys. I said it was okay. God. As it could get any worse, bro has a child. No shade to the single parents, but like, you just decide to like just say it out of nowhere, like to a whole like stranger I don't even know, like no mention of it, and I say, okay, it's fine. It was not fine. It was not fine. So contemplating my life choices, of course. I have too many bad problems, guys. Oh, well, not anymore, but like bad choices. Yeah, that's for sure. Anyways, so as that is going on, I think we're like still talking and not even getting to know each other at this point. I'm getting to know nothing about this dude. I think I remember once like in lunchtime, I like dropped off a little like poem. Like I wrote him a poem. Yeah, I know. What a waste of art for him. And I think I drew like a little heart on it too. I was like, oh my gosh, he's gonna love it. And he like looks at it and he does like it. But I think he just puts it in his pocket. I think he reads it. He's like, yeah, she's spinning for real. she going ham. So yeah, that happens. Should have just ripped it up like that in front of him, sprinkled it everywhere. But no, that happens. Yeah. Anyways, as that's getting worse and worse, guys. So like I think we go on a field trip. No, he's not there at this time, but I think I get a little gift for him. And it's like winter time, and I think like I finally started telling my parents about him, but they're already getting that, like, I guess parents just know when someone's no good. It's just a parent thing, it's a mom dad thing. They just know automatically, like, this is a red flag, Destiny, like, what are you doing? This is terrible, like, this guy is no good. And I'm like over here like, you don't even know him. I don't even know him. And I'm like saying this to them, like I'm arguing with my parents. And like eventually I invite him over. I just wish it was like the vampires where like if they step into your house, they're like, ah. Should have had the hex ready. The cross and the holy water. So no, like he's invited over, and my parents, like, he sits down and he has like a tattoo. I mean, no judgment to the tattoo, but my dad's like, what does this mean? And he tells him what it means, and you could tell my dad's already getting disappointed. He's like, his whole like Arabi's just like, no. And I'm just sitting there like blushing like to the side, like, yeah, like, yeah, like I'm just nodding my head like a dummy, like to the guy, like just there, like talking to my parents. And my parents are just like I already know, they're like, what is going on? Like, they're like just big disappointment. Like, he's just like saying this. I don't even I need to, okay guys, I need to interview my parents for this, because I do need to remember like what did he say. I feel like they'll have a better memory than me. But yeah, like, all I remember, they were being like, they were so disappointed, like they were so disappointed, like, of this guy. And I would be too, not gonna lie. If my daughter showed up with a guy like this, I would have been like, girl, no, it's a no for me. So that happens, and I'm like, oh no. Like, that's when like we like, I think my parents go into the room, and then like I'm about to like walk him out my house, and like we're just both standing there like blushing, and I think he wanted to give me a little kiss, a little smooch, as you will. And I was just like, okay, I'll see you there. And then I closed the door. Yeah, that didn't work out. I don't know why. I think I just protected myself there. I'm so glad I hold myself back. And I remember like my parents called me to the room, and they're like, yeah, Destiny, like, I think we should do better. And I'm like, it's whatever. You don't know nothing about him. I don't even know nothing about him. I don't even know why I'm arguing with my parents at this point. Anyways, so I'm like, so my parents decided to go to the movies, but I think like they think I don't know, like, they come back an hour later, but like they were like really worried about him. Like, they were just worried about the whole situation, and I would be too. If my daughter brought a guy like that, I would be too. It gets worse, guys. I just feel so embarrassed about like saying this, but so like he goes to jail, I think, for the second time. And I believe his grandma tells me, or no, I think he comes back around, and he tells me like, oh, Destiny, like, I was thinking about you in the jail cell. And I'm like, oh really? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, and I'm so happy, because I'm like, oh my gosh, like, he cares about me. No, guys, you know what he says? I don't know if I could say this in I don't even know how I could say this, but I think I'm gonna have to censor it. But he's like, oh, we both know what we want. And I'm like, what's that? And he says something explicit, R-rated. And R-rated, guys. I was like, oh, you already know, guys. You already know how that turned out. Obviously, I was like, oh my gosh, he loves me for saying these things, these R-rated things about me. I wish I could have just smacked myself there and turned off my phone and went to bed. But no, that happens. And so, as I'm on the phone with him while this is happening, I'm just complying. And I'm just like, yeah, this and that. Like, guys, I wish I was lying. But no, like, I help over the phone, being like, oh yes, and this and that, yeah, and just like saying the R-rated things for him, like a dummy, because I'm dumb. I wish I was lying, but it was true, and it doesn't help my case at all. This whole thing doesn't even help my case at all. But this happened, guys, because I was a dummy, and I didn't listen to my parents. And this guy was just good. He was just taking advantage, like they always know how to. But anyways, I think they do. I forgot to mention, I did say at one point I wanted to stop being his friend. I was like, I don't think this is gonna work out. I think I do remember, like, I wanted to give up on it, and I remember he was saying like, no, I'm just in a bad place, and I think I'm sorry if like what I'm doing is not right. Like, I'm just in a bad place. And I was like, and I ate that up. I was like, oh my gosh, it's okay. I'll still be your friend, this and that. And yeah, I wish I didn't say that. So as this is going on, my parents are like arguing with me because they're like, no, this guy's bad. Of course he's bad. Like, it's a red flag, and like, who? It's awful. It's awful, guys. Anyways, so he'll call me up just for, you know, the talks, the R-rated talks, and then that'll be it. And I remember one time, like, finally he like calls to ask me out to go to Waffle House. I remember my dad like was just hesitant. He was like, no, like, I don't want you to go, like, but he's like, use condoms, and he kept telling me that the whole time, guys. It's so bad. It's so embarrassing. And he's like, and good thing like I didn't show anything. I feel like that would have been worse, so much worse. I think that was just like, it's already crushing my spirit at this point, but that would have been like just a low blow already. So, and then he like says like, oh, his mom needs his car, so I don't go to Waffle House at him. So I tell my dad, and cause I'm already sad, and my dad sees it in my face, and he just feels bad for me, and it's just so like, it's a mess, guys. It's a mess. Anyways, as this is going on, I think what finally like kills it is because like he starts like, I guess he's like ignoring me now at this point, and he's like, and the only way to like get his attention is just to be sexual at this point, and like obviously I don't want that. I want like a relationship. Sorry, I was just being Delulu at this point. I'm Delulu queen. Anyways, so as that's going on, he's just avoiding me. He doesn't want to talk to me, like, and I'm like upset. And I think finally what breaks me free is God decides to like help me out. My friend, she's, bless her, she overhears him saying like he was with this girl and like this and that, and she like comes over to me, like she's like running. I think she ran over to me and she's like, Destiny, like he's doing this with this girl, da, da, da. And like I remember I was like, I just burst into tears, guys. I just burst into tears, and I'm like running. I'm like crying, and I think not even running, I think I'm like jogging away to the guidance counselor, because I used to talk to her a lot. She was really cool, shout out to her. And like I just go into her and I'm like telling like her assistant like I need to talk to her, and I'm like I'm bawling, guys. I'm crying. Like she has to give me, like I have to sit down in a private room, and like I'm like blowing my nose. I got so many tissues everywhere. I'm just like crying my heart out, like not knowing that was the best thing that could ever happen to me. Best thing that could ever happen to me. And I'm over here like just in pain and a heartache and just bursting into tears. And as that is happening, Like, I think the next day, like, we see each other, and like, as a dummy, I just wave at him. I don't know, it's just out of instinct, and he like looks away, and that just like crushes my soul right there and then. And my friend, she just looks at me and she's like, girl, like, I'm so sorry for you. And I'm like, oh, I know, this is such a sorry case. And so eventually, like, eventually, like, I believe I'm just crying like nonstop throughout the days. And then I finally told my dad, like, it didn't work out, like, for obvious reasons, and I'm so glad it didn't work out. And so my dad's like, you just can't get, like, sometimes you can't get the people you want. And I feel like that's really beneficial, guys. Like, you're not gonna always get the type you want, and I feel like we all have to learn. It's just like, sometimes that's not how it works. I think love is complicated, but I think when it's mutual, of course it has to be mutual. And I think you really know when someone really genuinely cares for you and really loves you for who you are, and for like all, like, everything of you and your mistakes and like all your issues. I'm not saying like oh my gosh, like, they love all your bad, but they love you to be supportive of you and be there for you. And I remember my dad was just be there, like, supportive for me going through the heartbreak, and eventually, like, I get over it, yay. But not in a good way, guys. Of course, not in a good way, because it never is in a good way, because I end up meeting the devil. No, I end up meeting the demon of the worst relationship of 4 years. Of course, that's gonna be in a whole different video, because like, I don't even know what else to add to this story. I think if I had some more to say, I would try to my best to remember it. But this was like a mess from the start to the beginning, a mess. And I just had to say it. Like, I know I was holding back. I think I still am, but I do want to say more on it. But I just want to give you like this all, because I know like I'll keep stalling on this video, and I just needed to say it. But yeah, I remember, shout out to my parents, love them. I'm so sorry they had to like just hear the most disturbing, like awful things that happen. And I think I do get over him, like, I really do. And like, I remember like he ends up like bringing a girl over, so it's like his next victim in class, and I'm like, I am over him. I realized, I'm like, yeah, it's okay, like, I finally am over him. I think at first I wasn't, but then after a while, like, I was already like, it's already done and over with, like, the whole situation. And yeah, he wasted my time, my energy, and played my heart. But it's okay, because I'm here now, better, healed. And obviously I had to go through a lot of turbulence, because this is not even the end of the story. I have another situationship, but I want to get this first number guy out the way before I hop into the next one, because obviously I did not learn my lesson, and God was like, girl, like, you're gonna learn your lesson. And yeah, I did learn my lesson. But I just wanted to tell you this, my fellow munchkins, the story of the first F-boy situationship I was ever in. I hope y'all enjoy it. If you have some questions, like, leave it down below. And I also wanted to show off this, because I got him ready. Yes, Saitama from One Punch Man. I love him. He's such an icon, and he is the moment. I love One Punch Man. It's my favorite. And I love Mob Psycho, as you could tell from the background. I'm obviously a dweeb, I'll tell you that. And oh yeah, I didn't even tell you, I dyed my hair pink. So if y'all want to know more, if you have more questions, I hope I didn't jump around too much in this video. There was a lot of distractions, but I do want to, whatever I want to say. If you have some questions, do type it down. I will explain better in the next video, because the story, I feel like it is kind of like all over the place, but it's because I was trying to memorize as much as I can off the like top of my head, and I think I really need to like memorize better, that's for sure. But I do gonna ask my parents, what did he tell them, like, when I did invite him over. I do want to, like, get their, like, I think they have a better memory, so I will ask my dad, like, what did he even say, like, during that whole situation. It's just awful. I bet it was awful, guys. I bet what he said was awful and just disappointing. But yeah, so if you have any questions, guys, I will answer below, or I'll just answer in the video just to get it out the way. But yeah, that's pretty much it. He was Aquarius, I do remember. And guys, so, like, you know that saying where they always come back? He came back in my Facebook friend request of this year, and I have receipts to prove it. But like I said, guys, declined. I do not want to see you ever again. I'll literally just, like, run. I'll literally, like, have the crucifix on with me, like, in the holy water, because you need to stay away from me. Far away. Get out of my sight. Like, bye. Like, no. Just, like, no. Just, please, leave me alone. Please. I'll give you anything. Not anything. So anyways, so that was going on. I will get with my parents on the whole issue, and I will ask them what they remember. And yeah, I remember being in arguments with them because of this dude. For what? Like, we weren't even together. Like, it's so sad, guys. Anyways, as I was saying, if I am, like, jumping around, I'm so sorry, guys. I try to explain as much as I can. It's just I wanted to get this out because I feel like I just kept stalling, and I just needed to let it all out. Anyways, if you have any questions, type it down below. I'll try to explain it better in the next video. I'll just, like, answer right away in the comments. But I hope y'all enjoyed this, my munchkins. I love you so much. I know I took forever. I had someone come up to me and say, "Where's that video, huh?" And I was like, "Oh, gross. I'm so sweaty." I don't know why I was sweaty, guys. I might just, like, whatever. It's fine, I guess. It's whatever. Let me put my arms down. Anyways, shout out to you, girly. You really told me to, like, get back to work, and I really did need to get back to work. I was just going through it that whole month, but, like, shouldn't be making excuses. Even though I was going through it, I'm gonna get through it. How Megan Thee Stallion. Oh yeah, anyways, I forgot to say this, guys, but, like, I was just thinking about him going to jail twice. Like, "Mama, I'm in love with a criminal." Like, someone played Britney Spears, because, like, I was like, yeah, I'm in love with a criminal. Like, this is awful. This is terrible. Horrible, even. But yeah, guys, my fellow munchkins, if you have any questions or whatever, just let me know. I hope I explained the best I can in this video. If I didn't, I'll just type it below, or just say in the next video. I will try to put the next video at ASAP, because I know I'm gonna keep stalling. I'm gonna forget even more, and I do not want that to happen. But I do love you, and I hope you'll have a blessed day or night, whatever time you're watching this. And I hope you continue to stick with me and my embarrassing stories for y'all all to watch and enjoy and laugh and point, like, ah, like, y'all could just do the Bart meme, like, ah, ah. Wait, no, that was the bully, my bad. Where y'all could just do that to me, and I'm like, it was so sad, and they were like, ha 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 ha, because, like, I think I deserve that, at least, you know. Or maybe I'm being too hard on myself. But anyway, guys, I love y'all, and I hope y'all have a good rest of the day and night. I do hope things get better for y'all. Whatever you're going through, it will pass. I know everybody says that, like you don't know what you're saying, and I don't, but we just have to stick to it, guys. We have to be consistent, and we have to be positive. I know it sucks, but it's the best we can, and, you know, just try the best you can. I know y'all can do it. Y'all are better than me, that's for sure. And, you know, just stick through it, and I know I believe in y'all. So you have someone that believes in you? It's me. So I wish y'all the best. Goodbye. Oh yeah, and like and subscribe, please.
You'll never get the chance to treat me like I'm a piece of shit again. Don't call my motherfucking house. Ever.